Hi, Mike's Carburetor Parts. I'm going to work on this Carter Thermoquad, and I'm going to go through a series of videos explaining the carburetor, how it works, what the different parts do, to give you a better understanding of your Thermoquad carburetor. The Carter Thermoquad carburetor is a part of the car's engine that helps mix air and fuel to make the engine run. It does a lot of work to mix the right amount of air with fuel to run the engine. The Thermoquad, or TQ as it is commonly known, is a 4-barrel spreadbore carburetor. Spreadbore means the primary valves are the smaller size and the bigger secondary valves are much bigger. These are the primary, these are the secondaries. The primary side is controlled by metering rods. Moving in and out of the main jets, thus restricting gas, or allowing more fuel to flow through. Both metering rods are connected to a vacuum operated step-up piston right here. As you can see, it goes up and down depending on the vacuum. Oh, I'm not going to get these out without taking this here off. Okay, we'll work on that. But these are the metering rods right here, and they go up and down depending on the vacuum. Full vacuum at idle, it's pulled down like so, thus restricting fuel going through the main jets. And then as you speed up, the vacuum lessens and it raises up, allowing more fuel going through the jets. So that's how it's controlled. The body of the Thermoquad is a phenolic plastic, which helps cut down the heat quite a bit. But the downside is you'll find that most of them warp over time. So when you take it apart, be sure to check that phenolic plastic, put a straight edge across both of it. I know people have planed them a little bit, but don't take any more than you have to, but that's about all you can do because they are not available anywhere that I know of. The idle system on the Thermoquad depends on the model of Thermoquad. Prior to '72, the air and fuel were mixed before being discharged. The discharges are right down here, two little brass pieces. And like I say, prior to '72, there was air valves, air passages inside mixed with the gas. '72 on, just gas came out here, and gas mixed with air after it left the discharge. Secondary throttle valves are linked to the primaries and begin to open about 3/4 of the primaries opening. See, right there. Mechanically linked right here. Move it over here and get a better look at it. That right here. Okay. At least when the choke is open, it's that way. When the choke is closed, the secondaries, the important ID number, which is located on the back side of the Thermoquad. Use this to identify which Thermoquad carburetor you have and to obtain the correct carburetor parts. You take this number and insert it in our search box on any of our web pages, and a list of parts that go with this particular carburetor will be listed. The number will be 4 digits followed by an S. This one is 9248S. It always, on a Thermoquad, always starts with a 9. These are the different vacuum ports included in the TQ. Depending on the model, your TQ might be a bit different. This one on the plastic part is the EGR vacuum amplifier. The port just to the right of the idle mixture is the vapor canister purge port. And next to it, and the bigger one, is a PCV valve port. Furthest to the right is the ESA vacuum transducer. Now that's a lot to swallow. On the back side, the left port is the heated air inlet. The big one in the middle goes to the vapor canister. This one on the left side of it goes to here, to the solenoid. This solenoid is this is vacuum operated and electrical operated. This is what controls the bowl vent. And this port right here goes to the choke pull-off. So at idle, you're going to have the most vacuum, which is going to pull that choke pull-off back. And what it does is it allows the choke valve, when it's cold and closed, to open a little bit when you punch it, so you don't have so you get a little air. Otherwise, it'll, what we call, choke out. But this particular Thermoquad uses a divorce choke type, which means the thermostat is actually mounted in the intake with a rod coming up to here, and this is what opens and closes the choke valve. When the choke valve is closed, you see this arm over here. It holds the secondary air valve closed. Okay, you don't want the secondary to open up while the choke is on. The dash pot, there's a dash pot on this one. Now remember, yours could be different. You may not have a dash pot on yours. And this dash pot here, I'm told this the dash pots were put on the ones for standard transmission. I'm not real sure about that one. I haven't found that quite the answer yet. But anyhow, this one has a dash pot. And it acts as a shock absorber to keep the throttle plate from closing too quickly when taking your foot off the gas. And as I said, it isn't on all the Thermoquads. So I took off the top so I can show you what some of the other parts are. And as you can see, most of the parts are attached to the top. There's very little in the float bowl. You got your jets in there, and that's about it. 2 jets for the primary. Secondaries don't use a jet. But you got your floats, of course. This is again is the solenoid for the float bowl vent, and here's the rubber, the flap on it. This goes up and down to cover up the vent, or not cover it up, depending on where you're at. Your venturis are in here, and of course this is your fuel inlet right here. And let's see what else. That's just about covers that. We'll do another video or two on this. We'll do one on adjustments. That's a big deal on this. There's a lot of adjustments on the Thermoquad. Okay. Anyhow, thank you for watching our videos, and especially this one. I hope you get a little bit out of it on how your Thermoquad works and what kind of parts are on it. And we'll have a link in our description on how to get parts for this thing. And at this point, we do have some jets for the Thermoquad, by the way. So got those available. So again, thank you for watching. See you later.